Peavy grew up in Bath and has lived in Maine for most of her life. She's well known as a writer, the author of books including Maine and Me, a play that she not only wrote but also performed in called My Mother's Clothes Are Not My Mother, and countless columns and articles for Casco Bay Weekly, Down East, The Ballard, and more. But for the last few years, she has not been writing for the public. Now she's returning. She's with us again on 207. Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in.
Oh, it's so much fun to be back.
So you spend a lot of time writing about Maine, Portland, yourself. You had a very distinctive voice, and then for the last few years, that voice has kind of gone away. What made you stop writing for a while, Liz?
Well, the voice didn't go away. I just decided there was a certain juncture in my life where I was becoming more interested in helping other people tell their stories. And the more I was educating and training and working with people, my voice started to recede in the background a little bit. I'm a writer. I've been writing since I was 6 years old. I never stopped writing. I just lost interest in having my words out in the world.
Did you get tired of writing about yourself? Because you always had a pretty personal slant in your writing.
Never. No, honestly, I've always said, that point of view is just a lens at which to look at the world. I am the dullest person you will ever meet. When I say I'm writing about myself, I really am just using that as a lens to look at the world.
There's a saying that I remember reading one time where what a writer does is say, this is where I am now, and this is what I'm seeing. Is that sort of the way you have approached your writing, particularly about what is going on around you in Maine?
Well, yes, absolutely, especially in light of the new article, is that I have the advantage of having all sorts of different perspectives and points of view. So there's a thought that the past and the present and the future all sort of melded together at the same time. And I think that that's where I am right now. But yes, I've looked at the world through a quirky lens, and I think that that's why people respond to my work.
You've got the cover story in The Ballard, which trumpets your return to writing. You, as we said, have lived in Maine most of your life, but you have left Portland and come back, and left and come back, and left and come back, and left and come back. How does that color the way you see this place?
Well, those paddle balls that we used to have, that's how I sort of felt. It was like, I'm going to get out of here. Oh, I got to come back. I got to get out of here. I'm going to come back. I think it has made me appreciate living in Maine more. Of course, I always tell young people, go see the world. Maine is always going to be here, home is always going to be here, but it changes the way that you perceive and look at things.
And your emotions about Maine have changed over the years. They kind of run the gamut from love to affection to meh, to annoyance, to fatigue, and then the cycle begins again, doesn't it?
Well, it is, yes. And especially as a young person who thinks that she's maybe a little bigger than her britches allow, she wants to go out and test all of her things in the world. I did. World had me back on a plate and said, you can go back where you came
You're
from.
very honest about the ups and downs, the peaks and valleys that you've had in your life. And that shape and influence your writing.
Well, and that's right, because for me, I never had one clear career path. Even as a writer, my writing has been all over the place, going from an educator to a writer and back and forth again. I'm not a novelist that has just written one novel after the other, or a banker who's stayed in the industry all my life.
What do you now want to write about in Maine?
I think that my voice is going to stay the same. Living a little less conventionally. I was married and settled in house, and everything was very easy for about 20 years, and now I'm a little more freeform. So I think it's going to be the same thing, just documenting what it's like to live in this beautiful state, and maybe have some challenges that other people are facing.
Well put. Liz Peavy, going to be writing regularly for The Ballard, and I assume maybe some other outlets as well.
Never know.
Good to have you back. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Stay with us. We're going to be back with more of 207 right after this.